Welcome to another breakdown video, episode number 3, going up against Ohio State. Mr. Eugenie is his gamer tag. So, for those that are new, I'm breaking down every single match that I'm playing in, play once a day, and give you guys tips, tricks, and just overall my gameplay style and how I read and adjust against my opponents. Today's matchup is a little bit difficult than most, as my opponent does run the scheme but has as coach behind it, so it gives a good mixture of what he's doing and hard to read. Now, I get ball starting off the game, and right off the bat I see cover 1. Usually I run a hitch route or short routes based off the coverage. As they're pressed off, I end up trying to throw it deep. I end up throwing and pass leading to the outside to the left side, and thank God he didn't switch to his user, because if he did, he probably would have got a pick, but I end up scoring the first points as starting out the game, as always. In that case, I would have thrown to the right because I will also have another wide open receiver. Now, his first possession, he shows me a couple of his go-to formation looks as he starts out his scheme. And then this offensive formation is his base scheme. So it's a double flex out of shotgun. And what he tends to do is just flip sides and continues to run the scheme. Now, a lot of people, for some odd reason, as you guys see, I'm adjusting my line to the side that I'm expecting him to run to. When people see that, they still run the ball to that side, and I don't know why. If you're seeing people getting shifted to that side, why run to that side? And people still to this day still do that. And when they do that, I always use a backside backer sometimes just to stop any cutback lanes. Now in this particular play, it's 4th and 8. Usually I go cover 2, try to play sticks. I shade outside my linebackers for yellow zone purposes. And in this case, my left linebacker did not play it correctly, so he gave up a post corner to the tight end. Poor pursuit as I try to use a tackle, whiff on it, and I end up letting him score on a 4th down play. But remember that formation because he does go to it later. He converts a 2-point conversion, so now the score is 7-8. He disguises defense to zone. I end up pass leading to the corner in this cover 2. And basically his defense wasn't hard to read. It's just where he asks his coach, he doesn't run the same repetitiveness, so it does take me a little bit longer to drive downfield depending on my reads. But I do end up scoring, keeping the lead alive, as back on defense, shifting my line to the right. He still does that. Like I said, I have no clue why people do this. See your players on defense shift and they still run to that shifted side. So he tries to do this numerous times. He's trying to implement RPO. Sometimes I'll man up the slot receiver. But I think he's just trying to establish this run game, and it doesn't mind me because it kind of plays in my favor. When people take time off the clock, I'm going to start taking time off the clock as well because I can drive down the field with ease. It then eventually changes up their conservative play style to aggressive. As right here, 3rd and 4, I should have had an easy interception on this flat route. My DB ends up just dropping it. Now, you guys remember that tight end post corner play that he scored off of earlier on that 4th down play? Well, he does it again, as you guys see right here. Same formation, just flip sides. This time I'm going to manually user that and end up picking them off. When people think they have success, they end up always going back to that play, and I don't miss twice. For some reason, my opponent goes to prevent defense, just gives me a lot of time to playmaker players to get wide open, get myself in great field position to score some more points, and that's what I do. Then my opponent gets the EA luck on his side and ends up returning a kickoff return. For some odd reason, no matter where I kick it, I always have somebody returning a kick every single game I play in. It's absolutely absurd to me. And then he converts another 2-point conversion because my guy wouldn't play zone correctly. Then tries to go for an onside kick. I was able to get it, so I have great field position to get some more points right before half. So I end up taking off right here and then end up settling for just a field goal. So starting off the second half, my opponent kicks things off and he shows me a completely new look formation. He sits in this for a while, tries to no huddle, tries to get me out of my groove to adjust and pick another play to stop this. But I can literally sit in one defense and just adjust based off what formation you're in. tries to establish the run. You guys see that I shift my line to the left. He still runs to that side. And then right here, he ends up just throwing a interception, trying to hit the post corner route, and my players was able to play zone correctly, and I end up taking it back for a pick 6. Now once again, he would do that same combination route look, just out of a wider trips formation. So on that bunch set where he threw that pick 6, he tries to throw the same thing on a wide trips play. So you guys see the route combination post and a post corner by the 2 inside receivers. The post corner route is going to get open. Now I do end up making slight adjustments to make his player run into each other, which he does the same play later on. You guys are going to see the results of that, but pay close attention and remember this play because he does get success on it. And then back to my opponent just sitting in the same formation and just doing no huddle and just trying to run the ball and doing RPO plays. Like I said, I'm adjusting my line and he still runs up the gut and to the side or whatever side that I'm adjusting my line to. Like I said, it still blows my mind why people do this. It makes no sense to me. So he ends up getting downfield on this RPO play, keeps flipping it, does it again, gets more yardage, and it's just a cat and mouse depending on how my player is going to play. Hits an RPO, gets closer, runs the ball next play, and we have to make him work now. So he tries to run the RPO, throws it left, doesn't get it, 4th and goal now. Just like his 2-point conversion, he does these out routes and they get wide open. So in this case, his tight end gets open, then he tries to go for 2. And of course, once again, my guy can't play cloud flats or hard flats, and he gets it. Then I get my possession, trying to true clock. Right here, I slid a little bit late and fumbling the ball. He gets the ball right back, and now he's going back to his initial scheme, and I end up stuffing the run with ease. Now he has to try to work for the first down. Remember that trips play with the post and post corner route? Well, I manned up my guys to make the receivers try to reroute their routes. They end up running into each other. He's going to hit that same post corner route with the very inside receiver. So you guys see, once again, flashing back to earlier and then back to this play. Same results, just a little bit different way of how the receivers ran the route, ran into each other, and my outside DB ends up stepping up, making this read, and jumping the route, and pretty much getting me a pick 6 to pretty much seal this game as my opponent rage quits and pretty much turns off his PS5. So, that's just slight adjustments based off my opponent because he runs the same plays thinking that's success, think he's going to get it again, doesn't work. Recommend not doing that if you're playing against somebody that's decent and as good as me. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you guys later, and I'm out. Peace.